back to the Sidetrack'd podcast.
Oh my god. What are you talking about? We're really about to do this all over again.
So welcome back to the podcast. I am your host, Mary Jo Jessica, and today we are here with yet again another episode with Letitia.
Hi. Howdy.
Yeah, I knew you were gonna do it.
I couldn't help myself. I'm trying to wean off of saying howdy, because I feel like it's getting old. I need to change it up.
It's getting old. After what?
I used to say halo, and then I said hey yo. I'd be like hey yo, or then I would be like hey lo, and then I changed to howdy. But after 2 years, it's reached its expiration date, so now I need to change.
It's definitely been longer than 2 years.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has. Feels longer.
No.
But today's episode, I'm actually very excited for this podcast episode.
Why?
You know why. I'm gonna get into it.
Oh yes.
I'm gonna get into it. You're getting a daily, like a little rant from me.
That I hear every single day.
Yeah. But we're gonna be talking about sports today because if you didn't know, Letitia is also, I said this in a vlog, it's going up soon, but I say your name differently than everybody else and I don't care.
You do, and it's interesting. You're like Letitia.
Yeah,
like,
everybody says
there's like
Letitia.
a la, but it is, there's an E, so it is Letitia, but you say
There's an
Letitia. My name is spelled Letitia.
You spelling it's not, there's nothing showing up in my head.
And you're saying Leticia instead of Leticia.
There is you're talking about the first E. I was like, there's no E at the end of your name.
No, which what?
Because Leticia, I thought that's what you meant the E was from. I was like, the fuck, there's no E there. Anyways.
No. But you say it so quickly too. Most people don't say it that quick.
Yeah, Letitia. Yeah, honestly, if they said it the way I say it, they could probably say it on the court. But Letitia is a collegiate athlete.
I'm a D3 collegiate athlete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what's it called? I used to play sports back in the day. Obviously, she did too. So we're talking about sports. Right now, actually, there's a term for it. I'm gonna search it up right now because I remember seeing a TikTok about it, and then she was like, it was like a TikTok of her playing like, I don't know, like soccer or something in high school, and she was like, a random Thursday. Stop touching the mic.
Oh. I thought this is so long. Okay.
What's it called? You just have to hold it at the like. I just hold it on my stomach. I just kind of keep it here, and then I hold it by the like thing right here, and I just like stay here. But anyways, no. But basically, she was all like, "Oh, one random Tuesday, I went from doing this my entire life to being a NARP or something."
Oh yes, a NARP, a non-athletic regular person.
Yes, that's what it is. Thank you. I love when we're on the same wavelength. But yeah, I'm a NARP.
I don't know how you do it. Your life must be so...
What the hell?
Okay.
We're gonna go back to the episode now. Anyways,
non-athletic regular person. I could never be one.
no, because I used to think that in high school I was like, how are people just not playing sports?
Like, where's your passion in life? What do you do with your time?
Like, no, truly, I don't understand how high school Mary Jo operated because she was fully. Granted, I never did homework in my life, but
That's crazy.
c'est la vie. I still graduated.
Which
But-
is crazy. I'm scared for whatever profession you are in.
I'm not becoming a doctor. I didn't need to do homework. You, however, you are. So you do your homework. But me, homework not necessary. I'm showing up to class. That's the thing. I was showing up to class. Like, I think that homework is unnecessary if you're showing up to class. What the hell am I doing homework for?
To get a good grade in the class.
Yeah. But if it's not to learn, why am I doing it? Like, if it's not to further my learning, like, if I was struggling in a subject or, like, understanding a concept, I'll do the homework to understand.
Well, because, like, the next class that's harder, like, if you're taking, like, Bio 1, you should do the homework so then you understand Bio 2.
No, but you should already understand it from being in class.
No, there's not enough time.
There should be.
There's a lot to learn.
Yeah, no, never. I've had a lot of classes where they didn't even assign homework at all, and we got it done. Tests were a little difficult, but you study for tests, and then you learn the material, and then you keep it pushing. But anyways, no, high school me, like I would do homework sometimes, but like I was going to school like from 7:45 to 2:30. Then I had practice, and then somehow I also managed to do stuff outside of just my sport. Like practice was every day until like 8 o'clock, and I'm just sitting here thinking to myself,
8 o'clock?
Yeah, I wasn't
School
getting
not
home.
end at 3.
Yeah, but I wasn't getting home until like 8.
School ends at 3. Practice starts at 3. 3 to 5.
No, practice wasn't starting directly after school.
What
Especially,
did you do in between then?
well, I'm not going home because it was starting at
So
like
what'd you
4:30.
do?
Homework maybe? I don't know. I just kind of chilled. There was so many more hours in the day when I was in high school and now. But like going into college, like especially at my school, I don't know. Like I didn't really like any of I feel like both of the schools that I went to for college, like no one really liked the sports people. Like the sports people and the regular people are
No one liked them. They're the most popular people.
Yeah, but you have to remember what school I went to first.
Okay.
So they weren't exactly good people.
Oh, okay.
But and then UMass Boston, it wasn't UMass Boston, it wasn't really like I don't think they really advertise sports as much as other schools.
Nah.
There's sports on campus, I know that for sure, but I don't really see a lot about them versus like at every other school I've been to or been like a part of, because like obviously I have my friends' schools too. They post a lot about their sports. I don't think UMass Boston like would ever, or maybe that's just me, but I never experienced like an influx of like, yes, go to this, go to that, student
Isn't
pride.
it just a fun thing to do on campus? Like if you're bored and like you go to UMass Boston or something, why not just you and your friends go to the athletic game on campus?
Yeah, but I don't think that was like a thing. Like low key.
But like it's just something for people to watch for fun. So that's why people like it so much.
Yeah, but it was never like that. Like I've been to other games. Like I went to a Northeastern game one time, but I've never been to like a UMass Boston sports anything. But no, I've loved playing sports from young. I don't know really what, because I always think about that. I think
What
about
were all the sports you played?
when I was younger, I played, it was only soccer for a while. Then I did softball one year. And then I got to middle school and I tried out for the volleyball team, I believe, in 7th grade. I didn't make it. Then 8th grade, I tried out. I did make it. Hated that sport.
I'm a volleyball player, you guys.
It wasn't that it wasn't, like, it's just too many, like, I really do like running. So when a sport doesn't have running involved, I'm all like, what am I doing here? I'm wasting my time.
Okay.
But then I got into high school. I played soccer. I tried out for basketball. I made basketball for whatever reason. Not that good. And like genuinely, I truly do believe the only reason I kept on making the basketball team was because I was a little bit taller than the rest of the girls and I'm black. Those are the only.
What?
No, I truly, in my heart of hearts, there is no reason why I should have made the basketball team all 3 years. Like that made zero sense in my head.
You weren't like getting better every year.
Letitia, I think in my entire basketball career, I made a total of 2 points. And they might have been foul shots.
Oh, that's
like, I'm
crazy.
not playing with you. Like,
Well,
it was
I mean,
bad.
at that level, you. Oh, wait, is this high school?
I had never played basketball before in my life prior to this, mind you. I played once, like, in elementary school for, like, a little after-school program. But again, I suck at basketball. It's just never something that I've been good at. So I wasn't really getting playtime because the way that, that worked in elementary school, it was, like, run by children. So, like, there was, like, guys. It was an intramural team. So the guys were the captains. And ain't no guy in elementary school putting a girl into the game. Like,
Wait, it was
it's just,
guys and girls?
yeah.
Oh.
But the guys were not giving girls playtime unless someone was making them. And then I'd get, like, a minute, and then I'd get taken out again. Okay. But I digress. I tried out for basketball freshman year, and that's when I started playing basketball. And I'm not necessarily, like, the thing is, I'm a defensive player. And that's not, like, a joke or anything. Like, I am really good at defense. I just can't shoot to save my life. Okay. It's not going to work. But then I played softball.
You did softball?
Again, yeah. I did softball when I was in elementary school because my dad knew someone who had a team, and he was all like, this is my friend, so my daughter's going to play.
Okay.
And then I hated that. And then I went back to softball in high school because I literally didn't know what to do with my life if I wasn't playing a sport. Like, I had to play a sport for every season. Like, what do you mean I'm just going to sit at home?
Wait, you didn't want to just do, like, an off season for one of the sports? Like, there's basketball off seasons, volleyball off seasons. I'm sure there's soccer off seasons. You didn't want to just do one of those instead of doing a sport?
The hell is an off season?
It's where you play, but not with the school, with the club.
Yeah, I know, but that's only, like, not a lot of time.
No, because, like, volleyball season is from August to November. Then from December to May, you do club.
Yeah, I know, but it doesn't take up that much of your time.
Well, at least 2 days a week, and then you have tournaments on the
Yeah,
weekend.
but that's not
That doesn't mean you
enough.
take up a whole nother sport.
Yeah, it does. It does.
No.
It does.
No, focus on one sport, and then you can get really good at it, and then you'll like it a lot.
I liked all my sports except for softball.
Okay.
Softball was just weird
You
because
said you didn't like volleyball also.
well, that was because that was a middle school sport.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, but all my high school sports, I love them. I love the teams. I love playing. Like, It was, actually, yeah, we're gonna get back to this anyways. But what's it called? What was I saying? No. Then I picked up softball. I don't remember why I didn't do track freshman and sophomore year. Just because I did do track in middle school and I was very good at it. I am speed. But it was just like very, I don't know. I knew in my head that like maybe it wasn't the best sport for me in terms of how I would view it. Like I know if I had done, because people on the track team would tell me not to do track just because of how toxic in nature.
I just don't like how many people are in it, and they don't make cuts for a lot of track teams. So I don't like
you
how
don't
many people
need to.
are in it. I just don't like it, and I don't like the idea of when you have tournaments, like it's the weekend and it's the whole entire day.
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Why?
Because it's wasting my whole day.
Yeah, but you do volleyball tournaments.
That's like, I like volleyball.
Okay, anyways.
Track, like, you don't even play every single time. You, like, might run in the morning, and then 3 hours later, you might run again.
Yeah.
That sucks.
It's a fun day. But people would always tell me not to do track just because of the coach and all that stuff. No hate.
But every team has bad coaches.
Nah, but for whatever reason, he just wasn't the best person. I liked him, you know, like he was a little chill dude, but again, he wasn't acting the same way to me as he was to people who were on the track team freshman year. So like, I only joined like towards.
But he was acting worse to you?
No, he was acting better. I loved him. He was cool. I didn't mind him, but I do.
But everyone else hated him.
Yeah, there was some stuff. Like I'm not gonna discredit like the stuff that he did. He did some weird stuff. Okay. So we're not gonna act like he was a saint, but you know. I can't speak to that.
To each their own.
Yeah, but I didn't join until later. But I love track. It just makes me feel like I'm flying. So
you know, I think I would like track if I didn't absolutely die every time I ran. When I run, I think I'm gonna die. I'd rather kill myself than run. But I want to start running.
What's it called? Let's go through your history of
sports. Okay, well, I started swimming when I was 3. My parents didn't want me to be a black person that couldn't swim. So I started swimming when I was 3, did that till I was 11. I did ballet at the age of 4, did that till I was 12. Gymnastics at the age of 6. I did it for a week because my mom's like, 3 sports is too expensive, drop one. And I'm like, okay, I'll drop gymnastics. Because when my first day of gymnastics, I went and I couldn't do the splits. And I saw everyone else could, so I quit because I wasn't flexible. And then I did tennis in the summers. I did soccer in the summer to please my dad because he's like a soccer dad. Mm-hmm. I hated it. I didn't like running, so I quit that. After tennis, I did some badminton. I thought it was a knockoff. And then we got to middle school. I did
tennis.
Did you?
Yeah, I forgot about that. Anyways, continue.
And then middle school, I did basketball. I was pretty good at it, but I didn't like it. It wasn't my kind of thing.
You don't like running, so.
Yeah. But I was tall, and they liked that. And I could block people. I would knock them down. But in middle school, they didn't really allow that much. And then I did volleyball 6th grade, but like my middle school team wasn't a real team. We'd play on like a half court and it like wasn't real. So then I tried out for the high school team in 7th grade. They couldn't make cuts until you were in 9th grade. So then I did that. I was pretty bad because I was also doing ballet and swimming, so I'd have to miss games on Tuesdays. Then during club season, I had to go to church, so then I didn't get good. And then I made it. In 9th grade, I started getting good. Out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. And I did volleyball all the way through high school. And then now I'm playing volleyball in college. It's good. I like playing volleyball.
You're good at it, too.
Somehow. I don't know what happened. Because I was really bad in high school. I wasn't a starter or anything. Then all of a sudden, I come here and I'm okay. Yeah.
I'm a lucky charm, guys. Do you hear that?
I did not mention you at all.
Honestly, every single game that I've seen Letitia play, she's done good in. So realistically,
I'm just very lucky.
I am a lucky charm.
I'm okay when you're not there also.
I don't know about that one. But anyway.
My best game, you weren't even there, actually.
No, but I was watching you.
Okay.
I was.
It doesn't count.
It does. No, but I also enjoy watching sports, which I just recently got into because when I was younger, I hated watching sports. It seemed kind of pointless to me, unless it was women's soccer.
I hated watching soccer. Oh my gosh, every time soccer was on the TV, I hated it. Awful.
Okay, anyway. Love soccer with my whole heart.
It's just so boring.
I wish I could have gone to college for that, but there were so many things in the way of that.
Like what?
What's it called? My dad... there was like stuff that was in the way of me playing soccer in general, but I didn't make the team freshman year, and then my dad was like being really annoying about that because like part of the reason why I did it was because I was out of soccer for so long because of like my dad taking me out of soccer after 6th grade, because we just couldn't, with scheduling and stuff, he couldn't get me to the games and I didn't have anyone to drive me. But then when I didn't make the team, he was all like, you can't cry about this. And I was like, actually, I can. This is my entire life. Like, this is literally the only sport I know. So yes, I will. I'm going to cry if I want to. He said 8. Fuck. Anyways. What's it called? No, but then, just like, I don't like the culture of soccer in Massachusetts. That's my opinion. I've never liked it. I have my
What's
own.
so different about soccer in Mass versus anywhere else?
Well, I don't know if it's like that everywhere else. If it is, that sucks. But what's it called? Just my experience growing up, like, it's just very toxic, and I think a lot of it has to do with the people.
Like the players. Okay.
Yeah. Like, it wasn't a fun environment unless I was actually playing. Like, the social aspect of it, like, really was draining, and I hated it so much. It just became like too much. It was like high school on like fucking Adderall. It sucked. I just didn't like the social aspect of soccer, and it doesn't like necessarily stop as you get older. And I've seen that with collegiate soccer teams. And I was like, in this area, and I was like, I'd rather be happy, actually.
Oh, I think I get that, because in volleyball, when I wasn't a starter, I actually kind of didn't like it, but I just didn't want to quit, because I feel like then they would be like, oh yeah, haha, we're right. So I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But I get, like, when you're not, like, playing all the time, it's kind of harsh. Some people are really mean. Very rude. But what are some of your, like, pet peeves about sports?
What's it called?
I don't like how the men and women have different uniforms. Why, like, for volleyball, that's what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Why are we wearing spandex and then they're wearing basketball shorts?
Yes, men in spandex. Yes.
No, I'm not saying.
Yes.
No. I'm not.
Yes.
No, I'm not saying men should wear spandex.
I am.
That's not comfortable for them.
Oh.
They got junk down there.
Okay.
But
Spandex aren't comfortable. One.
I mean, I kind of like spandex.
They're not. They ride up, and then I feel like.
But it
everyone
makes
can
your
see.
ass look big.
Yeah, but that's the only positive. I feel like I'm grabbing in my cooch every 5 seconds with, like, no.
True.
But I was just about to, when you brought up the difference in uniforms, I was thinking lacrosse. That's always irked me.
Wait, what are the women's?
They wear skirts.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
Yeah.
They do wear skirts. Why are they wearing skirts? Is that not hard to run in?
Like, why are we wearing skirts? I don't get it. Like, why can't
Like,
we
it
just...
looks cutesy and stuff.
It's cute. It's cute. But I feel like that's impractical.
Is there not shorts underneath those skirts anyways?
I think they are skirts. Yeah.
So why not just cut off the upper fabric and wear
That's what I'm saying. What are we doing? Why can't they just wear the
they
jerseys?
could wear like soccer uniforms. They have shorter shorts than basketball shorts.
I just don't that one gets me every single time, because like I kind of understand it for guys having different ones. I mean, not really getting. Oh, and then track, but like to a certain extent, like.
Wait, and also why for like men's volleyball do they have like these tank top things, and then women always have like these tight things and like the long sleeves?
It's definitely sexualizing. Like, I feel like every single women's sport, like, it's just like a lot of things.
Oh, and track with their underwear.
That's what I was saying. Yeah, because like you don't have to wear that, and a lot of girls do prefer it because they just feel like they get more
speed.
Yeah, and some guys, I will say, when I ran track, there was some guys who their shorts were extremely short, and they weren't like spandex.
So
they were
so they were flowy and
yes. And it was a little too much for me, okay?
Yeah.
A little too much. But, whatever floats your boat. Whatever you feel comfortable in. But I feel like a lot of times, I don't know. I feel like a lot of women's sports get sexualized to get people to pay attention to them versus just, like, paying attention to women's sports because they're good.
Why would they not want to pay attention to us? Like, why does the WNBA get paid less than the NBA?
Like, I genuinely, when people, like, make the argument that it's not entertaining, I'm all like, one... Isn't the MNBA having like some viewership problem anyways? They are. And they can't get people to tune in to save their lives. Yeah, they're talking about, cause it's just not interesting anymore. There's no stakes. They got like 1 million games per season.
Wait, the men or the women?
Men.
Really?
Yeah, they have 1 million games per season. Why would I tune in every single night when I can catch you playing the same exact team like 2 weeks from now? Like, how many times have the Celtics versus the 76ers this season? Like 3, 4?
Why would they play them multiple times? Are there not other places they can play?
Well, no, they face like almost every single team that many times. And so like I'm not tuning in. Like they're losing viewership. And I had a theory going into the season because there was a week where they were talking like I think viewership was really, really down. And then the week right after, every single game that happened that week, there was one fight. And I don't think that was because they were angry. I think it was because...
Don't they get fined for having fights, though?
No, they do. But realistically, when you're getting paid millions and millions of dollars...
20,000's nothing.
Like, okay. I wish I could get fined 20,000 and make it feel like a slap on the wrist. But hey... but no, they started fighting and I was like, nah, I don't think these are real fights. I think y'all are just making up these fights to get people to watch. And honestly, it's working. I've been saying that they need to have more fights. I've always paid attention more.
Basketball's not a fighting thing. I like when they fall over, though. It's very physical. I never thought basketball was physical, but then when I went to college, I started watching it and I'm like, why are these girls falling down? Why are they wearing knee pads? What's going on here?
You need to tune into my
I never watched basketball.
It's a very physical sport.
But why? Like, why? It shouldn't be.
Yeah, it should. How else would you get the ball?
Pass it.
No, from the other team.
Snatch it.
Exactly.
But it doesn't mean you have to, like, do a whole screen and then knock them over as they're running without looking.
Yeah, no, I love basketball. But I also, in high school, I'm not a big hockey fan at all.
Oh my gosh, hockey. Oh my gosh. I love hockey. Oh my gosh. Just seeing them like knock into the glass and then press against each other. It's like
literally
a
white.
Wattpad.
Like she's literally white. Anyways.
I'm Minnesotan, not white.
That you just said the same thing.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay, but hockey, oh my goodness. Have you watched the Minnesota Wilds play?
I don't watch hockey, period. So don't ask me stupid questions like that.
But did you watch the game, the Wilds versus Canada? Oh,
I don't watch hockey.
It was it was good. Canada versus the U.S. Good.
No, but I don't watch hockey. It's not something that intrigues me. But in high school, you know,
How does it not intrigue you?
It doesn't intrigue me.
You don't see their hair. Oh my gosh.
Listen, you don't even like white people. What are you talking about?
No, I know, but if I were to like white people, oh my gosh, their bleached, shaggy hair.
That's what turns. Anyways, like what? I don't know. Anytime I show you guys, you're like, ew. But suddenly he's a hockey player, and suddenly he's fine.
No, like if there was no black people left, no people of color left, and I had to date a white person, it would be a hockey player.
That's a crazy statement, but I'm keeping it.
But why don't you like hockey?
Oh, it's just never intrigued me. It's very boring, and also like it's just not a sport that
How
my
is it
people play
boring?
in. Like people just don't.
How is it boring?
I just don't want to see. Like if I wanted to watch figure skating, I'll watch figure skating.
It's not figure skating when they're bumping into each other, fighting each
No,
other.
that I get intrigued by. Like when I was in high school and we went to go watch, like because you were watching every rival game, so I went to those rival hockey games, and when the fights would break out, that's when I got my popcorn out.
I love about it. The fights, and they fight all the time.
Do they?
Yes, all the time. There's no restrictions. They don't get fined. Nothing happens to them.
Yeah.
As long as they don't draw blood.
Yeah, but also like I mean, to a certain extent, I do like the fighting. I don't think it's like I'm not condoning violence or anything, but I do think it makes a game a little bit more interesting.
And something about sitting in the arena where it's nice and cold and you can hear their skates scraping on the ice and the puck being passed around. Oh, it's just a wonderful place to be.
It's really not, but
maybe want to be a figure skater, but then I realized started too late.
You're never too old. You're never too. I always see those TikToks of like people starting figure skating at like 25, and I'm all like, yeah.
No, you're too old. Like,
no.
Well, you're not gonna make it to the Olympics.
Who wants to go to? It's just a cool thing to know how to do.
Yeah, I do want to know. I do know how to skate. I don't know how to skate. Are
you okay?
No. Okay. Every winter when I'm in Minnesota, I go skating with my friends. Like once or twice a winter, and I get slowly better over the years, but I still am bad.
Yeah, but if you like dedicated some time and became like, I think figure skating is just pretty. Like it's just like dancing, but I would say almost like a little bit easier because you can't really do much. There's not a lot of variation in what you can do in ice skating versus dancing.
You could choreograph routines and make it look all like cute and stuff. And then you can do jumps and leaps and axles. And you can always do the figure skating. I like it because you can always do any amount of like jumps. Like you can do 1 axle, 2 axle, get to 6 axle. Even though the most is like 3, you can get to 6.
No, sorry, it was about your figure skating thing. Sorry, but no, I started watching this
Tanya
thing.
Harding?
No, I have seen that entire storyline. I just don't
I
think
feel bad for her though, because why would they ban her from skating when they already fined her so much? Just put her in jail for a year.
It wasn't her fault.
Yeah, it was her bodyguard and her ex-husband or something like that. So why would you make her quit skating when it wasn't like, put the people in jail, give them the death sentence? I don't care, or I care. But just don't make her quit. That's awful.
Yeah, no, that actually broke my heart, which is why I probably won't watch that movie.
I won't watch it. I've seen clips, but I just can't.
No, but I was saying when I got my Crunchyroll subscription, I watched anime that was about ice skating.
There's an anime about ice skating?
Yeah.
There must be an anime about every sport.
It was really good. I was like, damn, wait, I could get into
Have you seen that one anime about soccer?
No, I have not.
Well, it's awful. You shouldn't.
Okay.
But Haikyuu, the volleyball one, it's so great. I love watching it. It makes me think I can be a better volleyball player. Like, I watched it in middle school, and then after watching it, I'm like, okay, this year, I'm going for every single ball, even if it kills me. And then I got better, and I got moved up a team.
See? Anime changes lives.
It hurt my body, though. I was throwing myself in ways I shouldn't have thrown myself. I threw myself and a girl dislocated 2 of her fingers and broke her wrist.
Wait, so if he lives near... Sorry, I can't talk about this right now. Anyways, something that I really did want to hit on during this, and this is where the rant's going to start, so let's get into the camera, because you already know what's going on.
You're really leaning in. Let me lean in, too.
So, I go to Letitia's campus a lot because, for one, I used to go because of her games, which now that I'm realizing it, when I watched that vlog earlier today, and I was thinking about that, I was looking for myself, and then I realized that, sorry, I wasn't even speaking into the mic. No, but I was realizing, watching it, that when I used to go, I used to just hang out either by myself or with Trezor. And I was like, what? That's so crazy. Because now, even if you're not there, I'll have your friends, which is very cool. I like that. I do like her friends. So, you know, hi. But no, really, I used to go for Letitia's games, and now I go for the men's games because it's just a way that me and Letitia can hang out. But something that I noticed within the first few games is that a lot of men on both teams, doesn't matter which team, wear jewelry. And that's crazy. That's insane. Because from young, we're not allowed to wear jewelry in sports. That's something that you cannot do. Or at least I thought it was something that you couldn't do.
No, because they say your hoops could get ripped out of your ear.
Which is valid. But I don't want that to happen to me. But studs are not the same. Nose rings are not the same. Neither is hair clips. Okay, but if we're also... Sorry, I'm getting heated about this.
You also can't wear headbands.
Don't get me pissed off.
If they're hard.
Do not piss me off. Because that's pissing me off. Because if we're saying that hoops, like the issue is that someone can rip it out. One, volleyball, fairly non-contact. I'm not saying it's completely non-contact, but it's fairly non-contact. What are you talking about? Two, if we're saying that hoops can get ripped out, if you're wearing a chain, that also could get ripped, and that would also hurt. Like, it doesn't matter if it's not getting ripped out of your ear. It's getting ripped off your body. It's still gonna hurt. That's number one. Number two, I don't think most jewelry is hurting anyone, especially, I understood it more in soccer because that is a fairly like high contact sport. If you do have any sort of jewelry on you, I think that would hurt.
But in volleyball, you're only hurting yourself by diving, so it's not like you're hurting yourself by hitting someone else.
Also, if the thing is that someone is getting hurt because there's jewelry in, then it should not be different between genders. I shouldn't be seeing guys on the court with earrings, with chains, with literally anything if the girls can't do the same. That makes zero sense.
Because we do the same moves. It's not like we do anything differently.
What are we talking about? Literally, and I'm not trying to be a stickler about this. If one side gets to wear jewelry, the other side does. If one side doesn't, the other side doesn't. That is how it should be. I don't understand why we're saying like it's different. Because honestly, I don't think the jewelry rule makes any sense because they force it so much. And that's what irritates me about this rule, that like, I told you the story, but like when I was in high school, I was playing a basketball game and I had like mini twists in, so they weren't even long, but I had like those little like fake pieces of metal in my hair. Like they were literally like beads, and those can't hurt anyone. Like you physically can't get hurt by those pieces of, like, they're not actual real jewelry. And a ref had saw me walking onto the court. Mind you, I had been playing at least 3 or 4 games prior to this game, and he saw me and he was like, yeah, she can't have those in her hair. What are you talking about? So then we had to delay the game, and I had to have every member of my team digging through my hair like I was a monkey.
Do you think it's distracting? Like, do you think the shine is gonna go into their eyes?
Literally, if you're trying to say that these are dangerous and that these are gonna hurt someone, please don't piss me off. Nah, because I'm pissed off. Because you're gonna have all these guys. Because that's what irks me when I'm watching the game. Like, I love watching the guys play volleyball, but I can't stand watching their jewelry flop around.
And it's just like the chains aren't like tight to their neck either. It hangs low. Like why?
Like knowing that you still can't, knowing that you guys still can't wear jewelry pisses me off to no avail.
And men don't wear jewelry that much either. Women wear it more, so shouldn't we be the ones that are allowed to have it and men can't have it because they don't wear it anyways?
Like it's irking me to my core. Like I will fight this till the day I die. I want to go to whoever. What is it? The NAA. The NCAA. I need to get to them. I need to get to them and tell them that I'm not happy about this. I'm not happy one bit. Guys shouldn't be allowed to wear jewelry if girls aren't allowed to wear jewelry. I think in certain situations the jewelry rule is valid. I do think that.
Yeah.
But if you're not going to enforce that across the board, then I don't know what we're talking about. Also, another rant I have about sports. Another gendered topic. But I also think it's weird that like I don't know. I think policing women or like trans women in sports is highly weird. Highly weird. I have yet. I think I played against one trans person my entire career.
I haven't played against any. I heard there wasn't even that many.
There isn't. There's not even that many trans people in America.
Why are people even caring?
Like, I need y'all to really get your priorities straight. Because if you're sitting here, mind you, the thing that pisses me off about this is that there's men out there who are sitting there being all like, women don't have a fair shot at anything because these men want to dress up as women and play sports. Y'all don't watch the sports that you're crying about. Y'all do not watch women's sports. So why do you care? Y'all literally police a sport that you don't care about. Y'all don't watch women's sports and you're over here being all like, well, they don't have a fair shot. They're losing. We care. You don't care. You don't care. So stop. Like, literally stay out of it. Like, it irks me.
And then I saw this thing, like, maybe people would be upset if it was, like, a track thing where it's, like, a personal record. But, like, for team sports, it doesn't make sense. Because, like, I saw how some volleyball teams forfeited against this other team because they had one trans woman on the team.
Yes.
But it's a team sport. They can mess up and lose on their own. It's not, like, the one woman that's making them win or lose. It's
also
a team sport.
Like, all their arguments make zero sense. Because I hope you know, like, if you are a cis woman out there and you're saying, well, it's an unfair advantage, blah, 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 blah. I hope you know that there's a lot of women out there who, if you really look at it, they have as much testosterone as like the average male. There are a lot of women out there like that. So if you're saying that it's an advantage, there are a lot of people who just naturally have an advantage. Letitia would naturally have an advantage over me in volleyball because she is taller. That has nothing to, like, realistically, if you're crying about this, I remember there was this girl and she was getting mad because she got beat in like a swimming competition by someone who was trans for 6th place.
Why does that even matter?
What are we talking about? What are we talking about? You weren't even in. I get it if 1st place went to like a trans person and you're all like, that would have been me. Okay, whatever.
Maybe if the time was like by 20 seconds.
Like,
but
you're competing for 6th place. You're widening over 6th place. You're not even. Like, what are we talking about? Like, I'm not trying to discredit anyone who does any of the swimming stuff, but realistically, why are we moaning about this? Like, I don't. I hate it because people will continue to hate on women's sports anyways. Like, I really don't think that, like, especially cis women, like, sitting here and like making a big deal about trans women in sports. Like, I need you to be so for real right now. No one is paying attention to your sport anyways, so realistically attacking people who do play your sport and do care about your sport is ridiculous.
Also, they only attack the trans women, not the trans men. Why aren't they complaining about the trans men also then? I don't like how one way that is either.
Nothing about I do like sports. Like, I just started recently watching them, and that's why I wanted to talk about this, because I do, like, a lot of the stuff I do is, especially in, like, media and stuff, like, I do consume a lot of, like, sports content. Like, I enjoy it. And I think that it's already a place that is so, I don't want to say, like, segregated, but, like, what's the word? Like, it's just not, like, welcoming to women anyways. Or, like, I feel like there's a way that we can all have our cake and eat it too, and y'all are, like, making this so difficult to enjoy sports because you're worrying about things that don't even matter, or shitting on women's sports. For what reason? Literally, what reason do you have for shitting on women's sports? They're entertaining, sometimes more entertaining than men's sports. Actually, I will say this, wholeheartedly, I think the whole reason why you hate soccer is because your dad was watching men's soccer. But girls' soccer, way more entertaining than men's soccer. Way more entertaining. I cannot stand watching it. Like, okay, not cannot stand. It's interesting to a certain extent.
Is there a World Cup for women?
Mm-hmm. I love women's soccer, but I don't like. I don't see how you can enjoy sports and not also enjoy women's sports. That doesn't make any sense.
I mean, I play volleyball, but I like watching men's volleyball better because they hit stronger and jump higher.
Yeah, but it's a different sport in that sense. Like, I think that both you can enjoy both.
I like women's basketball better than men's basketball, though.
I think realistically, like, you can saying that you don't want to watch something because of women. Also, I hate when guys don't understand the term emotional. Like, they'll be like, women are so emotional. It's like, you do realize anger is an emotion, right? Like, that is an emotion that men do possess and use a lot during sports. So I don't know what we're talking about. Talking about, ooh, the WNBA is soft. Have you seen the NBA recently? I don't want to hear it. I really don't want to hear it talking about some soft. You literally, like, you couldn't, and I hate when guys think that they can beat, like, people who are in the WNBA. They're all like, oh, I could ball circles around Angel Reese. Really?
I don't.
Really, Ryan? 5'6" head ass? No, don't piss me off. Anyways, I think that's really all I had to say about sports. I enjoy them, and I wish they were more accessible to everybody. And I wish everyone could just love each other and kumbaya. But hey, any closing thoughts, Letitia, about sports?
I love playing sports. If I could play volleyball forever, I would, but I'm not good enough to do
Actually, I have another point to make.
What?
I have one more point to make. Right here, you're looking at a girl who's going to get 1,000 kills before her senior year. I'm telling you right now.
Oh, wait. No,
telling you right now.
That is simply a goal.
No, it's not a goal.
Because
it is fact. I'm preaching it right here. What time is it? On Friday, March 7th, 7:13 p.m. I, Mary Jo Jessica, have declared that Letitia is going to have 1,000 kills before her senior year.
Before my senior year.
Before your senior year. Before her senior year. No, before her senior year. You heard it here first on the podcast. I don't care. She's gonna have 1,000 kills before her senior year. I'm telling you, this is the future right here.
No,
I love her.
Not.
Anyways, what are your socials?
You can follow me at Leticia_boss on TikTok and Instagram.
And if you want to keep up to date with anything having to do with the podcast, you can follow us on all social media platforms at Sidetrack'd Podcast. If you want to see this beautiful face again, I have Instagram, I have TikTok, at Mary Jo Jessica on Instagram, at maryjo.jessica on TikTok, and I will talk to you later.
Bye. I do not. I will not get 1,000. Oh, let me open up that message.